Okay, so a book called Tackling the Intractable states that the first stage of the Exodus began with the departure of many of the country's upper and middle class families. Was your family one of the first to flee? Did they leave with a large group to Lebanon?
Oh, when my family left, people left really as a group. As they close in and they started, there was a bigger fight, everything right there, and they start bombing. Actually, most people, they just left. They yell at each other, let's go, let's leave. We're gonna be killed. They left. I think they left walking. They left everything behind, and they start walking all the way to the border in Lebanon. The first thing, they arrived in the border town of Bint Jbeil in Lebanon, South Lebanon, for a while. Then after a while, they keep walking, they keep on. I think they went to Anjar in Lebanon. I was born in Anjar, Lebanon. Then they went to Baalbek for a year. Then after that, I think they went to El Camp, Burj Shimali in Tyre, South Lebanon, in 1955 probably. So probably they left 48, and so they came in about 7 years after that. So they left, before they were in Burj Shimali camp, Tyre, they were in Anjar, I was born, Baalbek, and they were in Bint Jbeil. I don't know how long they were in these three towns. Yeah.
So would you classify your family like as middle class, lower class, upper class?
Right now or before?
Before, when they were living in Palestine.
When we live in Palestine, I wouldn't say they were. I wouldn't say middle class, lower than middle class a little bit. Yeah, they were having enough. They don't have saving, but they have a lot of lands. They have lands, but they survive. But if they have money, they are middle class, they will be able to go to colleges. But they couldn't afford to go to college, university. They were smarter. My uncle, my father was very smart, but they don't have no money.
So they couldn't afford it.
They can't afford it. Yeah. And their father died when they were young too. My grandfather, he died. My father, I remember, he used to tell me I was young when he died, because my father's the youngest. Probably, my father was about, maybe if I'm wrong, 7, 8 years old when his father died. Yeah.
So, the UN in the Palestinian Refugees book mentions that refugees faced wartime destruction, blocked bank accounts, and abandoned property. So what were your parents forced to leave back in Palestine?
What they forced to leave? What they left before?
Yeah, so like their land.
Oh, my family, the most they lost over there is the land. Or the land they own. Not my father owned it. My uncles or my aunt, they own a lot of lands there, yeah. So I would say they lost the country, they lost the land, they lost the memories. They lost everything. They don't have nothing. She just went to Lebanon with nothing. That's why they went to refugee camp. Yeah, they have nothing really.
They couldn't take things with
They
them.
couldn't take even anything in the house. They left. What they don't carry with them nothing. They just left like this.
Because it was urgent, right?
Yeah, urgent. Because they destroy everything. Yeah.
So there are about 1 million Palestinian refugees in Jordan, 400,000 in Syria, and a total of 1.7 million still in Palestine. Did most of your relatives of the previous generation decide to take refuge in Lebanon or other countries, or did many stay in Palestine? So did they go like to Jordan and Syria, or
no?
Or all of them in the
all of them when they came in the beginning in 1955 in Camp Shimali, they all come. Actually, there were there were two. My father and his another brother, oldest brother, they were in Camp Shimali Tyre. But there is another two left in Baalbek in the beginning, and they stay Baalbek. And then after that, after a while, Baalbek, there's one, he moved to Beirut. He lives in the capital, Beirut. And my aunt, she lived in Lebanon with my father. She was married but no children. She died, I remember my aunt. She has another aunt, his name is Fatima. She died. She used to take care of me. And actually, believe it or not, all my aunt died, all my 3 uncles died. The one left in my father family, one now, is my father. All died except my father. He's the only one left.
of his generation.
Yeah, that's it. And he's the oldest one in the town from Palestine probably now,
Wow.
because my father's almost 88.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the oldest.
And the others passed away. Right?
They all pass away.
Mm-hmm. So did you know any people personally who went to Syria and Jordan, or did how did we go?
They were my father's friends I met. Yes, they were, but relatives. No, nobody went.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people they went to Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody went to Syria or Jordan. No,
Mm-hmm.
but his friends, yes, they went to Syria a lot. He grew up with.
Okay. So I know that there's different refugee camps. So are there any major differences between them?
Yeah, well, yes, there's big difference. Because if you look at Lebanon now, we used to have about maybe 14 camps. I think now we lost about 5 camps maybe. So maybe we have about 10, 11 now. And the biggest camp in Lebanon is, they call it Ain al-Hilwi, the Eye of the Beautiful. That's the name if we translate it.
Mm-hmm.
Why that camp is more bigger? Maybe I would say about 150,000 people live in, maybe, I don't know, 200. But it looks like a city more. Yeah, ours is more, I would say, more quiet, smaller. But we are about 25,000 where my father lives now, 25,000 people. But it's a small land and crowded.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like a small city, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Ain al-Hilwa, the biggest one in Lebanon, in Sidon, is the biggest camp. It looked like a real city.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go there, you feel like really very crowded. You don't want to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then where I live in Camp Shimali, only the major street looks like busy.
Mm-hmm.
The side street, no, they find it quiet.
Mm-hmm. So do you like Butcher Shemetle the most? When you visited the other ones, did you feel like you wanted to live there, or
No, when I visit the
camp
other
the
ones,
most?
just visit.
Yeah.
I don't want to live there.
You
Too
don't-
much
you don't
crowd.
live
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how people live there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So since Palestinians are not citizens, they can't really build structures, and taking in building materials is prohibited. So how are you able to get around these restrictions in order to expand and repair the buildings? Because I know that you expanded the buildings, so how were you able to do that?
Believe it or not, a human being, very strong. A human being, no matter what, they want to survive, they will survive. Even if there is no food, they'll find a way.
Mm-hmm.
So the Palestinian people in Lebanon, they're always sneaking in the material somehow.
Yeah.
Whether by little or in the trunk or somewhere, they find a way. And they still sneak in and they still build.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
So
People tell me story, I can't believe it, how they do it, slowly by slowly, in the trunk, little by little, and they go in. Every time they do, but they make it. They want to survive, so they have no choice.
mm-hmm. So there's if you go through the law, will they eventually allow you to build?
I don't think they will allow us to build now. It doesn't
No?
look like. Scary. I don't know what to say to you. The government is tough on us. They always said, we can't give you the citizen. No, you are not Lebanese.
Mm-hmm.
Your country is Palestine. If we give you the citizen, you will give up Palestine. No, we don't want to give you.
Because they think that you'll stay there.
Yeah,
Forever,
yes.
yeah.
We
They're
always
afraid
said,
of that.
we told them, we tell them, thank you, we are a guest.
Mm-hmm.
We will never give up our land, never.
Mm-hmm.
We are not going to take your land. We are just refugee here until our solution, until Palestine is resolved.
Mm-hmm.
We are a guest, so thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But we always tell them, give us the rights. Let us work here. What I'm saying? Let us build our houses. Let us buy. Can we buy the houses? We don't even allowed to buy a house or apartment. So they give us. They do really discriminate against us. Yeah, they do.
In the law way.
Yeah, by the laws.
Yeah.
I'm saying the laws discriminate against. But when you walk in the street, I
Not
don't think
verbally.
people discriminate you verbally. No, you walk like everybody else. They don't know who you are. Sometimes they know.
Yeah. They can't tell the difference.
Unless they know from the accent a little bit, Palestinians, Lebanese, they will know.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk in the street, go to the city, you buy something, nobody asks you where you're from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Your father owns a store in the camp. But in an article I read, it said that Palestinians are prohibited from starting their own businesses in Lebanon. So how does that work?
Oh, there is a different. You have to differentiate between what. If you live in the camps, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to have license. You don't have to have nothing. No laws, nothing. You can build anything you want in the camps. You can build anything you want. You can have a hospital. You can have a school. You can have a store with no license. But as long as you leave the camp, you go outside. If you want to build anything, no, you must have a license, and you must be Lebanese, not Palestinians. So Palestinians, that's why they cannot leave everything they do in the camp. Outside, they don't have nothing, unless they put it in Lebanese name. Sometimes they're smart; they put it in Lebanese name. You know, yeah. But in the camps, yes, you can do. That's why we have so many grocery stores in the camp.
Yeah.
People has no choice. Everybody's opening a grocery store
That's
right
the
now.
only way to make a living, right?
Yeah, they find a way. And then most Palestinians in Lebanon, they immigrant. They went to Europe, everywhere. They send money to their family now. A lot of Palestinians live overseas in Europe, Sweden, Germany. They live in Denmark, England, and some in the United States too, but not too many.
Like, how does that feel? That Lebanon, like a fellow Arabian country, doesn't really accept you as much as other countries. Does that feel like
Lebanon is kind of smaller country. That's why it's too many people. Small little country, too many people. We have about Syrian we have about 1.5 million Syrian, 500,000 Palestinian. Then you have other people from overseas. They work from Nepal, Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka. So it's crowded. Lebanon has become crowded, really.
So it's harder on them.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what to say to you. Maybe here in the United States, it's a big country, it's open for everybody, it's diverse. They welcome everybody. Yeah. Over there, no.
Okay. So, did you ever hear about the 3 refugee camps that were destroyed? There's 2 in Beirut and 1 in Nablus.
Oh, that scared the hell out of me.
Really?
Yeah, because when they destroyed actually Tel Zatar in Beirut and Dikwani in Beirut. Then they destroyed the one in the north of Lebanon. They call Nahr al-Barid. The cold river, they call it, if you want to translate. Nahr al-Barid, cold river. And then now, the news about the biggest camp. I'm scared about the biggest camp. They said, oh, there is some people, we need them. The government need them to arrest them. They live in that big camp. So the big news going about after the big camps now. I'm scared about that, yeah. Because once they destroy that big camps and we're nothing, it's easy to bite us or eat us, really. Yeah. Because that's the biggest for the Palestinians, is the camp Ain al-Hilwa in Sidon.
So they have their eyes on it?
Yeah, the eyes on it right now. They talk about it so much. And then I write an article in the newspaper and said, what's all the talk about Ain al-Hilwa camp? What are they talking about? He said there's one guy, a couple of people, we need them, the government need to arrest them. They're hiding in that camp. They make excuse to intervene and go in. That scared me. Could be the camps in danger now.
So those 3 refugee camps that were destroyed, how old were you when they were destroyed? Like, were you here?
Oh, I was here. One of them destroyed, probably Nahr al-Barid destroyed, not too long ago, maybe about 8 years ago. The government went there, they fight, whatever, I don't know, they said something was wrong there, there are people we need to arrest. And then there were 2 of them actually by the Phalanges in Lebanon. The party, they call it Phalanges Party in Lebanon, they were destroyed. And that was a long time ago. I think that was probably, I was here too. Probably that was, maybe I'm wrong, could be late 79 or 82. Could be 82, I'm not sure. 1982. 2 camps destroyed. So, and there is another one, I'm not sure where it is, other one. There is another one too. But, yeah.